Alright, I'm gonna do a video um, on why to invest. I've spoke about at the start of the year on how to invest in crypto, and I've spoke on the Discord recently on just trading, but I do also buy stuff. Not as much as I will in the next few months, but that's just due to market conditions. But it's kind of hard. Like I feel like you need to convince people to invest their money, which is something I don't want to be doing. I want you guys in the Discord or watching on YouTube or whatever to actually want to make your money, because me trying to force you to do it, it's never going to work. You have to have the kind of mindset that you're better than just living off a wage. You have to kind of want things in life, whether it be a good car or a future for your kids, or to be able to go away for a month and not have to struggle about money or worry about money. There's a lot of things that money can give you, and a lot of people say money doesn't buy happiness, which I think is true, but I do think it opens up a lot of gates to give you happiness, whether it be the things that I listed, uh, your kids being happy and you being financially free. I think like a lot of problems in the world, if you gave someone like 100 grand, then they'd be pretty happy. I know in my case I would be the same. But that's not gonna happen. You're not gonna fall into a pit of money one day. You can buy the lottery all you want, but the chances are you're never gonna win. Um, so that's where you need to kind of look elsewhere and realize, right, I'm not gonna get money by just sitting here doing nothing. I need to do something with my money. And a lot of people would say, well, I don't want to do it because it's risky. Well, I'll show you this chart right now. You might remember at the end of last year, the pound, when I think it was Liz Truss. I don't keep up with politics, but I think it was Liz Truss either entered the office or exited the office, and the pound just went to absolute shit. And the start of her reign, I don't think she was in it for long. It actually went down a whole 22%. Obviously, it went back up a little bit, but it's never been the same since, as you can see. And even since like 2015, the pound is just getting weaker and weaker against the dollar, which technically means your money that you're earning is getting you less. You've probably noticed as of recent, like fuel prices going up. I'll show you the chart for that. So there's your fuel prices. We'll get that a wee bit nicer for you. There you go. So you remember about this time last year, fuel was extortionate. Came back down. Everyone's happy. It just came down, and this is a simple thing, as you can see. Sorry to go off on a tangent, but there's your resistance, there's your support, and it goes up. Simple as that. You can do it with everything. You can do it with fuel, you can do it with wood, you can do it with Bitcoin, you can do it with stocks, you can do it with anything you want. The pound, similar things. But having pounds at this state was risky. You lost 20% of your value in the space of like 2 months, and you've never been the same since. You're in a pretty much downtrend since. Any of us watching this could probably have had a bank account. Your money has just consistently been getting lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. And I don't think it's going to get any better, if I'm honest. I'm not sure, but I don't think it's going to get any better. So basically what I'm telling you is, ever since I've had a bank account, the pounds that I've earned in that have just been getting less and less. And you've probably noticed, if you go and do your shopping, everything's getting more expensive and your money's getting less and less, which surely, if you have a brain, is telling you, well, you need to start making your money make you money, because you're just going to get worse and worse and worse. And so that's what I'm going to talk about. That was a bit of a tangent, but you have to invest in everything that you can to better your life. I'm a firm believer that you should always, invest in yourself and spend time to yourself, and invest in your mind to make it better. Invest in time with your friends, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. Go walks, hit the gym, I'm always advocating that people invest in themselves, but a lot of people don't invest their money. But people think it's risky, as I said. This is risky. Your money's been going down ever since it's been in. Why don't you invest it in something that's going to do the opposite? So you can be simple. You can put it in the S&P fund. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's the S&P 500. It basically annually makes roughly about 8 to 9%. I think that's the statistical average. Of course it goes down every now and then, but let's say, for example, I opened a bank account and I said, right, I'm going to put all my money into the stock market. I don't know what age I would have been. Let's say 2014, right? So my money that I had in there would be up right now 135%. Every penny that I put in at that point, and growing, would just be on average going up. Let's say I put a bit more in 2017, up 79%. Let's say I put a wee bit in when COVID came and you put all your furlough money in. Let's say you done that, that's up a good 35%. Whereas that furlough money that you done nothing with, let's see, 2020 is down 7%. It's down, it's maybe break even. It's maybe even down, let's see, when people would have got furlough. I don't know, start of 2021, 12%. It had also been down 25%. So the money in your bank is not doing anything. You putting it even in a savings account, which is getting you 3%. You know what inflation's like. You know that your food shops went up more than 3% the last year. That 3% is just you giving the bank funds to make money on your money. You're just giving them money to better themselves, and you're just kind of getting conned. So why don't you invest it yourself? Simple. Type up online, let's see, S&P 500 UK invest. Simple. Here, open an account. Loads of different things to open accounts. Also, you type that in on YouTube, you can see how you invest in it. That's a simple thing. There's like Vanguard, there's Hargreaves Lansdown, many different ways to invest it. Okay, I would recommend, if you want to just be simple, be cool with some savings, put it in that. As I said, 8 to 9% a year. Or you can pick some individual stocks. Let's say you've got an iPhone. Oh, sorry. Let's say you own an iPhone and you like what Apple's doing. You see that they're good for the future. Alright, put some money in that. As you can see, it's a pretty strong stock. Most likely they're not going to lose you money. Oh wait, that doesn't make sense. Most likely going to make you money. Let's say you bought like Elon Musk and you want to buy Tesla. Cool, go and buy it. It's a really good stock. But let's say you've joined the Discord and there's only 22 of you in here right now. Well, let's say you joined the Discord and you like what I've been saying. You're starting to look into a bit of crypto. You're seeing your gran was talking about it the last time, which everyone was talking about it when, we were in the middle of lockdowns and it was up at 60k and everyone's buying Dogecoin and stuff and telling their mates about it, right? You heard about it then, you may have bought some, you probably lost money. I lost money at it, and I'll hold my hands up and say it wasn't a bad mistake, because it opened my mind to how much money you can make from buying stuff, buying crypto, buying stocks. And I went down the rabbit hole, and that's what I'm trying to teach everyone here. As I said, I can't force this on you, but if you want to learn, you want to better yourself, you want to make more money, you need to be paying attention. I don't want to sound like a teacher, but you need to, because it's the only way you're going to be financially free. You go and look at any millionaire, listen to any podcast, any millionaire, any billionaire, whatever. All of them invest in something. All of them put their money somewhere, because you just getting a paycheck every week and putting a bit away is good. It's a way to grow wealth, but you're never going to proper make it with that until maybe you're 50 or 60, which, I honestly have goals of like retiring by the time I'm like 45, 50. Might be ambitious, but it's the way that my mind works. It's the way that I want to be. So, yeah, so what I was saying with this is, it is risk. It's not, I'm sick of people saying it is risky. It's not risky. To the normal person, it's risky. To the banks, it's risky. The banks don't want you buying things like Bitcoin because they see it as an enemy. The way the banks works is every time, and this is why a lot of businesses will also push for card payments now, because every time you tap your card on the Tesco checkout when you're buying a meal deal or you're buying a coffee or you're buying some clothes, the say you buy it from Tesco has to pay the bank every single time someone taps their card 1.5%. So say you spend 100 quid in Tesco, then they get £1.50. Doesn't sound like much, but it adds up. And that's why the banks don't want you to have anything else but what they can use to keep getting money off you. For example, they don't want anyone to be using crypto when they're older. They don't want anyone using cash because they can't get in on it. They don't have any way of making money on it. And that's why the banks will tell you that it's risky. They don't want you to have anything to do with it. Why would, like, for example, this is a pretty extreme example, but why would the Germans in World War II tell everyone that the Americans are amazing? Like, why would you do that? They're obviously going to tell them they're shit. Just the same way the banks will say that crypto was bad, or investing your money's risky. It's the same as that. So you need to realize these things and escape normality, escape what everyone else does, what everyone thinks is safe, because it's not actually safe. As you can see here, your money's just getting worse and worse, and your food bill's just getting up and up, and your electricity's getting up, and your fuel's getting up. You need to start thinking outside the box. So yeah, by the time, maybe March comes, will be heavily invested into crypto, and possibly some stocks as well. I'll probably have, I don't know how much money I'll have. It's not loads, but it's a good chunk of savings, and I'm willing to put that on the line to better myself, because as you can see in previous runs, even with Bitcoin, we take, let's say you bought at COVID, right? You bought at COVID, let's say here, 10 times your money. You heard about it in 2019, so you bought some. Alright? 17 times your money. You bought Ethereum because everyone was talking about that at the same time that COVID hit. 35 times your money. I'm not saying you're going to 35 times your money on Ethereum or 10 times your money on Bitcoin again, but if that drops to 20,000, then I would be saying buy, because there's probably going to go up to like 100,000. Even if it goes to what it's been to, you've 2.5 times your money. If it goes to 100,000, you've four times your money. If you're buying stuff that I am recommending, like Fetch, let's put a quick chart on this so we can see where we want to be. So yeah, honestly, I think this will come down to here and make its way up to here. I'm not kidding. So that is a buying opportunity at, let's say, 0.14, and you're selling up here, which is like 50 times your money. If you put £1,000 into that, mate, you're laughing. You've made the most money you've ever made in 2 years sitting doing nothing by just taking a little risk. And a lot of people say, oh, it's just like betting, it's just like gambling, you can lose all your money. If you're trading, you can. If you're trading, you can lose all your money if you're not switched on enough and don't know what you're doing. I've lost a lot of money trading. But if you join the Discord, it is free of charge. I will guide you and tell you everything I know, or try to at least tell you everything I know. There's loads of stuff on here, loads of education stuff, some videos, there's my trades that I do, the stuff that I buy, the reason I buy it. There's everything on it. There's also a community of guys that have talk every now and then, talk about stuff like property, invest in stuff like that. So if you want to up your game, if you want to jump outside normality with your money and take a little, not even a risk, just kind of wake up and realize that you need to start doing stuff with your money to live and to better your life, then join. It is free. I'll leave a link in the description, and if you wanna join and can't get a link, then message me on. If you know me, then message me on Facebook. If you don't know me, then message me on Instagram. It's at Harris McLean. So yeah, that's a quick video on why to invest and why you need to start bucking your ideas up and making some money. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, as I said, leave them in the general place on the Discord, and I'll see you next time.